morning, viewers. Eric the Car Guy here, back again with another tool review video for you. And today I'm excited because I really like this tool. Check out what I've got on the bench. This is the Flir Tg 165. It just came out September 2014, and they were kind enough to send it to me actually before release. But I'm just now getting around to actually doing the review. I have had a chance to play with it for a while. But this is, if you're wondering, what is it? Well, what it is a thermal imaging camera. And if you're wondering what thermal imaging camera means, well, think of the movie Predator. He's up in the trees, he's looking down at people, and he can see their heat. That's how he finds them. Well, this is Predator vision. Unboxing. There's a big plastic thing on the inside. Slide it right out, and it will reveal the tool itself. And yes, I've already had this out, so. This is the actual camera up here, and this down here is the thermal sensor, so it also takes temperature readings. It's got a very rugged construction, and I'm told you could drop it from pretty high up and everything would still be okay, but I'm not going to test that theory here today because, like I said, I like it. This is, comparatively speaking, affordably priced compared to some of these things. They can get quite expensive. It's also got a little thing on here for a tripod, so if you wanted to set it up to look at something over time, you could. You can also take snapshots with this. Let's take a look at some of the other things it comes with. A whole bag of goodies here. Comes with a wrist strap if you wanted to be stylish with it. USB cable and a charging adapter which hooks up to the USB. What's interesting about this is they've made it multi-country friendly, whatever, in that they've incorporated many different ends as far as what type of electricity you have. So one adapter, well, one unit plus many adapters to make it work. Here in the US, I'm going to be using this one here. That will just slide into place and clip in. As I said, you would charge it with the USB cable. Moving on to what else came in the box. We have some instructions, manual. Also, yeah, did it come with? Here's the manual that tells you about, in several different languages, all the different functions of the tool. And now I'm trying to recall, there is an SD slot, micro SD slot in here, which, yes, I do believe it does come with a micro SD card. I don't think it comes with an adapter. I don't believe it does. So you'll need an adapter to hook this directly up to a computer if you just wanted to use the card. However, you could also get the images from the USB connection here, which is also where it charges. So this has an internal battery that is rechargeable. We'll start by turning it on. Got to hold this for about 3 seconds and it's already ready to go. And we can look at different things. Really don't have anything. Probably that light's, yeah, the light's going to give me some heat. But it really is Predator vision. And also I'm going to change the temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit. And for that, I'm going to press OK. And there's the temperature. Okay, now it's in Fahrenheit, so it's that easy to check. If you're wondering what this little E is here, that's something called emissivity, or emissivity, and that has to do with the reflective qualities of different colored objects. I'm not going to get into all the physics of that, but if you're wondering what that little E is and where the adjustment is, it's under this menu. I can also adjust the range, the date. Now it's not in 3914. I'm not going to get into that now, however. But actually I'm just going to exit out and get back to business. This is a high resolution screen, so as you can see, it's almost like looking at something. You're seeing heat. So cool. And this type of technology has been used in industrial applications for a while, in industrial equipment, industrial machinery. It's easy to spot failures. Things heat up when they start to fail many times. Or they don't heat up if they're supposed to be. So with this, you can see the heat. And let's take it over to my element and play around with it a little bit and look at some hot and some cold and see what we can see. Okay, on our way over to the vehicle, decided to just check our space heater here on the floor. When you pull the trigger, a couple of lasers come out. Maybe you can see down there. so that can tell you where you're looking. If you hold the trigger down, those lasers come out. But you can see how the temperature difference is as I move through. This is inside the heater itself with those lasers on. I can see that, and then I move off to the side a little bit and you can see how the temperature dramatically changes. So you can tell with the lasers, you can tell exactly the area that you're taking those temperature readings from. In this case, looks like about 250 degrees Fahrenheit. Then when I let go of the trigger, it gives me a freeze frame. And if I wanted to save that frame, I just hit OK, and I've just saved that image. Or if I don't want to save the image, just hit the return button and it goes back to live view. Here we are under the hood of my 2004 Honda Element. Now, I've purposely let this thing cool down for a bit so that we can just sort of look around. Well, it's obviously not that cold because we can see that it's a little warmer than its surroundings, somewhere around 60 degrees or so. But the clarity of the image is impressive. But this is really great for spotting just troubled areas or non-troubled areas. We can check the efficiency of brakes. We can do all sorts of stuff. I'm going to start this engine up and we'll watch things heat up and change over time. Some of the rotating assemblies. There's that laser. It can tell me exactly what I'm looking at. I only wish that, well, I can see why they did it to where when I pull the trigger, it takes a freeze frame. There's a power steering pump. Take a look at those intake runners. I think it would be even more useful on the exhaust. There's the hole in the top of the exhaust. You can see a lot of heat coming out of that heat shield. So you can see how the heat shield operates. Now I'm going to try the radiator, but I'm going to have to go through the condenser on the front. Oh wait. You can look at it a little bit on the top here. You can see that it's starting to warm up. You can see those coolant lines. Those are coolant lines there on the engine. I can get their exact temperature. You can see those little crosshairs in there. That also helps tell you where you are. You can see how I move just a little bit to the side when I'm on it. It's very accurate. About 109. We move off to the side, goes down to about 70. It really is predator vision. I get to see all the things that are heating up and happening under the hood as it happens in real time. Let's take a look at the catalytic converter on this. Pretty cool, huh? You can actually see it working in real time. But let's just look at the rest of the exhaust while we're here. And this is the engine after we shut it off in heat soak. Down here, 143. From the valve cover, 123. It's amazing the temperature changes that you can see with this tool and the different things you can see with them. And that's, by design, what it's supposed to do. Let's do one last thing, take a look at the HVAC inside the Element just to see the temperature differences. And wrap this up. For this demonstration test, I'm going to do the HVAC system. I'm going to turn the heat on, turn the AC on, check the vent temperatures, see what I can see as far as the HVAC is concerned. First, we'll start with heat. You can already see the vents are starting to warm up in the center. It's going up 60, 70. That's so cool. I'm going to move over to this vent. That's got about 89, 90 coming out of it. And then this one, little bit farther away from the heater core on this one. Now let's watch it change from hot to cold. Turn it all the way over, turn the AC on. Just gonna pull the trigger just to keep it alive, because if you don't have any activity for a while, it's got an automatic shut off. Temperature's already coming down. We'll raise the RPMs a little bit. And now you can see the vents have changed from the red, orange that they were before to the blue. So we've crossed that threshold. Let's check this side vent over here to the right again, 54. This one over here on the left. Let's wrap this up. The Flir Tg165 is quickly becoming one of my favorite diagnostic tools. Predator vision. I can see heat. Beyond what we touched on here today with the HVAC, the engine, and the exhaust, I'm also thinking brakes, wheel bearings, electronics. They show electricians using it in the videos online, that type of thing. In fact, I will post links in the description to not only the tool, but the pricing and additional information that you might find useful. So please check down there if you have any questions that weren't touched on here. Like I said, I really like this tool and I'm looking forward to using it in future videos. That being said, if you have automotive questions, I would ask that you head over to ericthecarguy.com. There's a welcome video there to tell you about all of our amazing features to help you with automotive issues, should you have them. If you wish to connect with me socially, I can be found on Google+, Facebook, and Twitter, and now Instagram. And I close each of my videos with be safe, have fun, stay dirty. I'll see you next time.